In this video, I will like to discuss 4 methods to solve a given quadratic equation. These methods are not only helpful for 10th board exam, but are very helpful in solving questions in JEE Main and JEE Advanced. Let's pass on to the 4 basic methods. The first one, when one root of the quadratic equation is obvious and can be found by inspection. What I said, when one root of the quadratic equation is obvious and can be found by inspection, then other root can easily be found out using relationship between roots and coefficients of a quadratic equation. For example, this quadratic equation is on the board, right? I am interested in solving this quadratic equation. Now, if you look at it carefully, you can tell me one root of the quadratic equation instantaneously. Whether you are able to tell or not, right? See, look at the problem carefully. Root of the equation means that value of x for which left hand side is equal to right hand side. What is the right hand side? 0. And what is there in the left hand side? Difference of 2 quantities. If both quantities become same, then left hand side also becomes equal to 0. So, root of the equation is that value of x which I substitute here and here. These 2 expressions becomes same. Can you tell me that value of x? See, this is 1 minus a square. This is 1 minus x square. Can you guess what is the value of x? 1 minus a square, 1 minus x square. I think it should be x equal to a. But I have to check. If I substitute a here, a plus a, 2a. And this is again 2a. So when I put x equal to a in left hand side, 1 minus a square, a plus a, 2a. 2a into 1 minus, replace x by a square. The 2 becomes same, implies x equal to a is a root by inspection. Okay, I am able to get one root of the equation by inspection. Now, I am interested in the other root. You already know the 2 relationships between roots and coefficients of a quadratic equation. What are the relationships? Sum of the roots is equal to minus coefficient of x over coefficient of x square, and product of the roots, constant term over coefficient of x square. Alright? Okay. Let's try to write this quadratic in the form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Means standard form. Okay. 1 minus a square into x, 1 minus a square into x, plus 1 minus a square into a into 1 minus a square, minus 2a, minus 2a into 1, minus 2a plus 2a x square equal to 0. I can write the quadratic like this. Okay. This is the term involving x square. I will write it here, 2a x square. Alright. Then the term containing x plus 1 minus a square into x, this term, and then this is the constant term, a into 1 a minus 2a minus a cube minus a common 1 plus a square equal to 0. This is your quadratic. Can you tell me product of roots? All right. What is the product of the roots? Constant term. This is x square. This is a term containing x. This is a constant term. Minus a into 1 plus a square. Whole divided by constant term divided by coefficient of x square, which is 2a. All right. Now, I am interested in the second root. First root is a. All right. Let the second root is something, say beta. A into beta. This can be simplified. A cancels with a, minus 1 plus a square by 2. This a and a cancels out. And this gives you the second root of the equation. Beta is equal to minus 1 plus a square by 2. Change the side of a by a. So the two roots of the equation are a comma minus 1 plus a square by 2a. In this way, I am able to solve this quadratic equation. All right. Here, I found out the first root by inspection, and the second can easily be obtained by using the relationships. So this is the first method. In fact, this method is always there in maths. Observation method. Observation plays a very important role in maths. Almost in every field, we can solve a good number of questions just by inspection instead of using formulae. So this was question number 1. Now I am passing on to the second method of solving a given quadratic equation. Our method is factorization. Factorization is useful in solving different type of equations, so we can easily apply even in case of quadratic equation. So I will clarify the method of factorization with the help of this example on the board. Right? Okay. I am interested in solving this equation. What I will try to do? I will try to factorize the left hand side of this equation in terms of two linear factors. If I am able to factorize it into two linear factors, then I can easily solve it. Either first is 0 or second is 0. Let's apply it on this quadratic equation. All right. If you look at it, it's 9x square. This is the term containing x. And this is the constant term. Our method is, I have to split the middle term in such a way that their product turns out to be this into this. What I said, I have to split this middle term in such a way so that their product turns out to be 9 into this. This is quite complex. If you look at it carefully, I can easily factorize it. Can you factorize it? So first, frame the factors of it. 2a plus b into a plus 2b. I first of all factorize this part. Of course, this is equal to 0. And this as it is 9x square minus 9 into a plus b into x. Now what is my aim? My aim is to split the middle term. Means term containing x. इसको split करना है. अब you have already studied how to split the middle term. We have to find two quantities whose sum is equal to minus 9 into a plus b. And their product of same two quantities is 9 into this expression, 9 into 2a plus b into a plus 2b. All right? Okay. Now, you have to guess these two. Whose product is this much? Already factors are there, 2a plus b, a plus 2b. In one factor I put 2a plus b, in another I put a plus 2b. Alright? Now, what about 9? Product में 9 भी आना चाहिए. अब 9. Suppose मैं इसके साथ 9 से मल्टीप्लाई करूं. It will give you 18a. यहां तो है -9a. आएगा ही नहीं. क्योंकि ये नंबर ऐड हो रहा है. अब 9 अगर मैं इसके साथ लूं, 9a plus 2a, 11a. ऐड हो गए तो आएगा. एक काम करें. हम इसको ऐसे भी तो स्प्लिट कर सकते हैं. 3 into 3. 3 here and 3 here. Now, product of these two quantities is this. Product of these two quantities is positive. Either both these quantities are positive or both these quantities are negative. So what I can do, I can write this -3 into 2a plus b. And this again -3 into a plus 2b. Is this step clear? It's the same thing. Wait. You have to find two numbers whose product is this much and sum is this much. So what I will do, I will split the middle term according to this. So what I will do, 9x square as it is minus 3 into 2a plus b into x, this is the first one, minus 3 into a plus 2b into x, this is the second one, and this term as it is. So I am rubbing it off because I already split the middle term and you know the things. Right? Okay, and I will write this as it is plus 2a plus b into a plus 2b equal to 0. After the splitting the middle term, take common from these two. X is common. Any other thing? 3, 9. 3 is common. So 3x is common. What is left? 3x minus 3 common. Then what is left here? 2a plus b. Alright? Now, from these two terms, again I have to take common. What is common from here? Minus. Then x is not present there. A plus 2b. Here again a plus 2b. So a plus 2b is common. It's present in both. What is left here? 3 x. Since minus is common, change of sign, minus 2a plus b equal to 0. Right? Now, you can easily find this factor is present in both. So 3x minus 2a plus b into what is left here? 3x minus a plus 2b equal to 0. Now, I am able to get two linear factors, first and then second. Now, product of two quantities is 0. Either first is 0. If first is 0, x is equal to 3x equal to 2a plus b, x equal to 2a plus b by 3. Or, if this is 0, 3x equal to a plus 2b, x equal to a plus 2b by 3. Completes the problem. Here, I solve this question by method of factorization, by splitting the middle term. Till now, I discussed two methods of solving the quadratic. First, when we find one root by inspection, and the second method of factorization. We can factorize the quadratic expression into two linear factors and hence find the roots of the quadratic equation. Now, I am passing on to the third method, that is method of completing the square. method of completing the square. As the name suggests, we have to complete the square. Completing the square is either done with the help of a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. Because you already know a square minus 2ab plus b square. Tell me what it is? A minus b whole square. So here I can easily write this as 2x whole square. I am writing 4x square as 2x whole square. Here it is minus 2 into product term. How it comes? 2 into a 2x into. Now, with which quantity I must multiply this to get minus 12x? Bolo 3. So, in order to complete the square, a square minus 2ab plus b square. And what is b here? 3 square. So, I added 3 square from my side. Because it is minus 9. 3 square is 9. So, add here plus 9 and minus 9, then plus 1 equal to 0. Alright. What it becomes? Tell me. 2x minus 3 whole square. A square minus 2ab plus b square. A minus b whole square. And minus 9 plus 1 minus 8. If we change the side, this is equal to 8. So, can you get the solutions of the quadratic? 2x minus 3 whole square equal to 8. 2x minus 3 is either plus 2 root 2 or 2x minus 3 is minus 2 root 2. As you know, there are 2 square roots of the number. Alright. So, from here I can get the value of x. 2 root 2 plus 3 by 2. And from here, 2x is equal to this. So, 3, change the side of 3. X is equal to 3 minus 2 root 2 by 2. So, these two are the solutions of this quadratic equation. Here I use the method of completing the square in order to solve this quadratic. Now, I will like to take another example on method of completing the square. Here, our equation is not quadratic. It's a biquadratic equation. Degree is 4. I am interested in solving this equation. How can I apply the method of completing the square? If you look at it carefully, this quantity can easily give you the square. You can complete the square here. How? Okay, first I write this x square and it's a square minus common 9x square plus minus 6x plus 1 equal to 0. When I take minus common, you have to change the sign. Alright. Now, x square, it's a square minus. Can you complete this square? Yes. This is 3x square. Again minus, 2 into a, 3x, into b. Think about b. 2 into 3, 6x. Here it is 6x, so 1. What you have added? It's already there, 1 square. I can write 1 as 1 square. So we haven't added or subtracted anything. Now, I can write this thing as x square, it's a square, minus, yes, a square minus 2ab plus b square. So, a minus b whole square equal to 0. Now, a square minus b square equal to 0. A minus b into a plus b, a minus b. If I put minus, you have to change the sign, minus 3x plus 1. And if it is plus, sign remains same, x squared plus 3x minus 1 equal to 0. Alright. Now we are having two quadratics, either first is 0 or second is 0. If first is 0, x square plus 3x, no, it's minus 3x plus 1 equal to 0. Either first is 0. Now, can you solve this quadratic? See, अभी तक कौन से मेथड्स किए हैं? इंस्पेक्शन. कैन यू अप्लाई द इंस्पेक्शन मेथड हियर? नो. सेकेंड मेथड कौन सा किया था? यस, फैक्टराइजेशन. कैन यू फैक्टराइज इट? इट्स डिफिकल्ट टू फैक्टराइज इट. थर्ड, we can use here again completing the square to solve this. So let's use completing the square. So I can write this as x square minus 2 into ax into. Tell me the quantity. It is 3x. Here it is 2x. So 3 by 2. It means you have to add 3 by 2 square. And what do you have to subtract? 3 by 2 square is 9 by 4 plus 1 equal to 0. What this quantity becomes? X minus 3 by 2 whole square. A square minus 2ab plus b square. A minus b whole square. Minus 9 by 4 plus 1. Minus 5 by 4. And change the side equal to 5 by 4. So, x minus 3 by 2, there are two roots plus r minus root 5 by 2. So, x is equal to 3 by 2 plus minus root 5 by 2. These are the two roots of the given equation. Still solution is not complete. What do you have to do? Either first is 0 or second is 0. If you solve it, you will get two more roots. You can solve it exactly on the same lines and the answer turns out to be 3 plus minus root 13 by 2. Alright? So this is your method of completing this square. We even applied it on a biquadratic equation. First we got quadratics and then again we applied completing the square to solve the quadratic equation. So method of completing the square is a very helpful technique. In fact, method number 4, that formula comes from method of completing the square. So, now I will like to pass on to the fourth method of solving a given quadratic equation. Just now I told you quadratic formula can easily be obtained by the method of completing the square. Instead of completing the square again and again, we apply the quadratic formula. Alright? Let us try to solve this quadratic equation with the help of the quadratic formula. Here, a is a real parameter. Now question arises, can this real number take every possible value of a? No. Coefficient of x square should not be equal to 0. A minus 1 should not be 0. A should not be equal to 1. So, a is any real number except 1. Now, I am interested in solving this quadratic equation. Right? When we try to use the quadratic formula, we always compare it with the standard quadratic ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. This gives you the value of a. Okay, tell me the value of a, coefficient of x square, a is equal to a minus 1. b is equal to 2 into 2a plus 1. And what is c? Tell me 4a plus 3. After writing this, I can apply the quadratic formula. The roots of the quadratic equation are x is equal to minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Okay. Now substitute the value. X is equal to minus, what is the value of b? 2 into 2a plus 1. Where it is? C, b. Put it here, plus minus square root of b square. 2 into 2a plus 1 whole square. Minus 4 into a. What is a? A minus 1. What is b? Now what is c? 4a plus 3. Alright. Whole divided by, what is the number? 2 into a. 2 into a minus 1. Since this is coming in denominator, that's why we say a is not equal to 1. Alright. Now you can easily simplify it. Of course, you have to simplify this term. Now, this will give you 4a square and you have to multiply it with this. Right? This square is 4. 4 into 4, 16a. 16a square. Here again it is 16a square minus. So this term actually simplifies to, you can very well do the calculation, 5a plus 4. Alright. So your answer becomes minus 2 into 2a plus 1 plus minus square root of 5a plus 4 whole divided by 2 into a minus 1. Now question arises, class 10th board में तो real roots हैं. Can this quantity be always real? Answer is no. Okay. So tell me when this quantity will be real. When 5a plus 4 whole square root will be a real quantity. The quantity inside the square root should be greater than equal to 0. If it is negative, we can't find the square root over real number system. Right? So, for what values of a this answer is there? Value of a should be below 5a plus 4 greater than equal to 0. A is greater than equal to minus 4 by 5. Does I have to take all values of a greater than equal to this? No. A should not be equal to 1. Every real number greater than equal to minus 4 by 5. But a is not equal to 1. You must write with your answer this thing. If this is not there, your answer is not complete. That is not on real number system. Because this quantity may be positive, may be negative, may be 0. In which case you are getting the real roots, you must mention, and that will complete the answer. So, here I solved the quadratic equation by the help of the formula, which almost everybody remembers. You apply the formula and solve the given quadratic equation. In this video, I discussed 4 methods of solving a given quadratic equation. First is inspection. Second is factorization. Third is completing the square. And fourth is the quadratic formula. Now, question arises, given a problem on solving a quadratic equation, which method you should decide or you should apply? Well, you can apply which one? By inspection. That is very fast. You can get one root instantaneously and the second from the product of the root again instantaneously. If you are facing some problem in inspection method, then we can apply the factorization. If we can easily get the factorization, it's okay. If not, then we can pass on to the technique of completing the square. If that is easy to apply, apply it. If not, then pass on to the quadratic formula. So these are the 4 methods of solving a given quadratic equation. In fact, 4 basic methods of solving given quadratic equation, because there are graphical methods to solve the quadratic equation also. All right. If you are interested in more interesting questions on methods of solving quadratic equation, then you have to move to the comment column of the video. There you have to write yes. Then in another video, I will give you very interesting examples of methods of solving quadratic equations. If you like this video, then please pass on to the others so that all of you can get benefit of that. Thanks for watching the video. Thanks a lot.